Good morning, my dear students. How are you today? Let's take our second part in Unit 13 in Macmillan book. As you know, it's titled A Newspaper Report. Let's begin with our new words as usual. Number 1, editor. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them are dupes. Editor, author, mayor, sailor. Dupes like teacher, doctor, vet, and so on. Number 1, editor. Person who writes in newspaper. Again, person who writes in newspaper. Editor again, editor again, editor. Person who writes in newspaper. Number 2, author. Author, person who writes stories. Again, author. Person who writes stories. Writes stories like Robin Hood, like Escape from the Fire, The Jungle Book, The Elephant's Child. All of them are stories. The person who writes these stories is author. Number 3, mayor. When you travel to the village, you can see or you can meet the mayor. Mayor is a ruler, person who gives the rules to the village. Mayor. Number 4, sailor. Sailor is the person who works in the sea, like this picture. This is a sailor, or he is a sailor. Person who works in the sea. Let's say them again. Editor, person who writes in newspaper. Number 2, author, person who writes stories. 3, mayor, a ruler. 4, sailor, person who works in the sea. Number 5, forget. Forget is a verb, means it's opposite of remember. If I answer the question quickly, I remember the answer of it quickly. But if you ask me a question and I'll take 5 minutes to answer it, I try to remember the answer. So actually I forgot the answer. Forget, verb, means opposite of remember, or is the opposite of remember. 6, injured. Injured is an adjective, means having an injury. For example, I can't walk to school today because I injured. I have a bad injury. Injured means having an injury. Number 7, terrible. Terrible is an adjective, means making you feel unhappy. For example, the Hurricane Harry is a terrible one. Terrible makes you feel unhappy. Number 8, pleased. Pleased means happy. We feel pleased because we took the full marks. So pleased is an adjective which means happy. Number 10, gigantic. It's an adjective, means large. Number 10, ripe off. Ripe off means to remove something strongly. For example, if I put tea in the desk, I will ripe it off. Ripe off means to remove something strongly. 11, clear up. Clear up means clean. It's a phrasal verb which means clean. 12, twig. Twig means piece of wood, like this. This is twig, piece of wood. Let's make a quick revision with to our new words. Editor, person writes in newspapers. Author, person writes stories. Mayor, ruler. Sailor, person works in the sea. Forget, opposite of remember. Injured, having an injury. Terrible, making you feel unhappy. Pleased means happy. Gigantic, large. Ripe, off, to remove something strongly. Clear out, clean. And the twig is a piece of wood. Let's see our grammar. We will talk about present perfect tense again. We will talk about its keywords. Just and already. Just and already comes in the positive sentence. In a sentence, between have or has and PP. Never in a sentence, but don't forget, never, don't love or dislike not. And it also comes between have or has and PP. Yet comes at the end of negative sentence or question. Ever comes in the question which begins with have or have. Let's see these sentences, please. Muhammad has already or just seen this film. So, just and already comes in a sentence between have or has plus PP. Muhammad hasn't seen a new film yet. So, here, yet comes at the end of negative sentence. So, yet, love not. Yet again, loves not. We have never planted flowers. Never here, don't love not. So it comes with have or has. So never comes in a sentence between have or has and BP. Have you ever drunk hot chocolate? Ever comes in a question, begins with have or has, and after it PP. Let's see these examples, please. They cooked a meal. The same examples. They cooked a meal. So, here, I want to have, they have cooked a meal. Number 2, I have just seen this film. I want not, love yet. Yet, love not. So, here, when I want not, I wanted to put yet. So, the sentence, I haven't seen this film yet. Number 3, no, I have never gone to Paris. I want to have. Have capital, this means I want question. Question begins with have or has. I can put ever. Have you ever gone to Paris? They haven't ridden an elephant before. I want to never. Never, don't like not. So cancel not, cancel before. And the answer, they have never ridden an elephant. He played tennis with his friends. I want just and already comes between have or has and PP. So here, he has just played tennis with his friends. The last one, the farmer planted the farm. I want already. Already comes between have or has and PP. So here, the farmer has already planted the farm. Now, we have finished our new words and the grammar. Let's take the Hurricane Harry again. This is the first part, and we will read the second part after it. Now, goodbye and good luck.